So, world order. Okay, I wanted to do a part two to this Milo Yiannopolous situation and how Milo's sex scandal is actually going to make him win, cause him to win. So, if you haven't seen my first video, you may want to watch that. I actually did the video yesterday, and then saw his press conference today. So, I think the timing of the videos are too close together. The prediction was right. Everything I saw, my reading was absolutely correct. However, down to his personality and how he acts and how he lives was all correct. However, I just think that the readings were too close together for my liking, so I'm going to get ahead of the situation by doing this video. Now, as far as Milo Yiannopolous, his current situation, we're looking at him in the wreckage of his life, the perceivable wreckage, right? However, it's only the disintegration of one particular level. What he lost were his common American fan, his common Western fan, his common fan that is kind of like sort of traditional, kind of likes to be outspoken and likes freedom of speech. This particular fan in the U.S. is a bit shaky right now looking at him. He's lost people who are just completely anti-pedophilia, inappropriate relationships with children. He lost those people, period. He's turned off a lot of men. He lost those relationships, period. However, what I did hear about someone put on the internet about him saying that he resigned from Breitbart and he's going to self-publish his book or something like that. Now he's going to have to do that. He's not only is he going to self-publish his book, but he's going to go his own way, meaning he's going to get his team, a new team, and he's going to keep the same persona because he doesn't have to change. This is a person who doesn't want to change. In his apology, in the first few minutes of his apology, he didn't really apologize, or in the press conference, he didn't really apologize. What he did was he apologized to the people who invested money in him. He apologized to the corporations that felt the need to break off the deal with him. However, he wasn't apologizing to his fan base who would have to buy the book. You see what I'm saying, the difference. So with that, you have a person who is still damaged. You have a person who is still damaged, still has bad health, and this health is probably going to continue to decline. You have a person who is not working on himself, but finding a different avenue to be himself, which doesn't really help the situation. You know, he's not trying to change, he's just trying to be himself where he can be himself, if you understand what I'm saying. Nowadays, none of the apologies that you hear are legitimate. They're just not. There's a lot of blame going on. This is what happened to me. I did this. Yes, I was wrong. You didn't like what I did, but this person did this to me. So it's always a lot of no one taking responsibility, which seems to be the hot thing in the West right now. No one wants to take responsibility for anything that they do in Western civilization. I don't know, it's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. But basically, even with PewDiePie, this is the thing. Hey, the media is after me. You know, not that I chose those images, or I could have chosen 1,000,001 different images, but I chose those images, and hey, you got something to say about it. You don't like it. It's your fault you don't like it because you did this to me. It's all the same BS. So with Milo, you know, he starts off, this is what happened to me. Okay, he is a victim. He's a victim. However, you knew you were a victim. You knew you have a lot of issues, and you never sought help for them. You sought help through validation partying, this and that, this and that, that. You understand what I'm saying? So there's, and any time you muck up, you say, well, I'm a victim because it's happened to me. This is, if you want to be the boss, you have to pay the cost in life. There's no way around that. There's absolutely no way around that. And what we see is still this damaged guy still going to find a way to continue to get to the top. He's lost some fan base, but guess what? He's going to pick up a new fan base. When he made that joke about the Catholic priest and how he was better off for having an inappropriate, an inappropriate relationship, he took himself off some people's radar, but he put himself on a totally different radar. And that particular radar that he put himself on was the radar of people who are totally into inappropriate child relationship. Child, and I do include child and teenage, whatever. He put himself on the map of people, of predators, and they will begin to support him. So for all of the people who say, I'm not into that, I'm not into anyone who supports that, he will be getting their support in the future. Because now he's an advocate. He put himself out there as an advocate. He doesn't really see like there's anything wrong. And for him to say, I think there was a snippet where he said that I was capable of having an inappropriate relationship. I was capable of having a sexual relationship at 13. Really, dude? No, you weren't. You still aren't. True, you're 32 and you still aren't, because all this is scrambled up here. So no, and you don't have to be ready for something like that. You need to be psychologically stable for certain events that to happen in your life. Just because you have your body is fully developed doesn't mean that you need to go use your body in particular ways. And this is insanity to think at 13 I was ready. No, you weren't, because your mind wasn't even stable enough. Somebody probably told you, or somebody probably convinced you at 13 years old. And this is what I'm hearing. And this is what I'm hearing. Someone convinced him that he was ready to have that type of relationship. And so now, today, as a 32-year-old man, he's not even able to separate his thoughts from the thoughts of from those who transgressed against him. So this man is completely, he's just, when you just watch him, when you just pick up his energy, it's just a whole ball of just craziness, just, and I wonder what other people, like other psychics, mediums, whatever, I wonder what they get when they look at him, because he's just, to say trouble, there's just a lot going on with this young man, and he's not dealing with it. Dealing with it is not doing a press conference. It's not talking about it, making jokes about it. I'm dealing with it in my own way. Actually, no, you need to deal with it the right way. You need to go talk to someone with a license, or you need to go out in the woods with some guy from Native American who talks to the spirits or the bears. You need to go do something like that. Hey, you can even talk to me, because that's a little bit on the rounds of how I keep myself settled in my ever-changing life. But he's not equipped mentally for what he's going through, and that's why he has health issues. That's why his health is so erratic and unstable and twitchy, and he's not grounded. He's not stable. Anyway, so what we're looking at is someone who has opened himself up to a totally new audience, who's going to continue to thrive, actually, whether we like it or not. Because it's just the way the world works. There's a lot of evil in this world that people hope and wish and pray that isn't there, but life doesn't work like that. But it's there. It's there. You know about the surface of it. You think you know about the evil that goes on in the government, but there is some real wretched evil out there. And I think most people, a good percentage of people won't come across it in their lifetime, which is great. But a lot of people, especially people who get bored, who have a lot of money, they'll go out and seek out that evil, or they'll slide into it. Anyway, so that is my prediction. He's going to find another way to keep going. He's going to go be more indie. He's going to start appealing to a more alternative crowd, audience. He's still going to make his money. He's just going to get off more of the mainstream radar. There's going to be a lot of sympathizers to come out about him. And that's going to say something about the America or the Western civilization in which we live in. You'll be surprised at people who say they're not for him, but actually are for him. You know, there's just, it's all coming out now. I don't know what's going on in the West. I have no idea what's going on with you people, but it ain't right. But this is what's to come. I'm gonna end this video now, and just watch what I tell you. You'll see over the course of the next few years, he's gonna be exactly where he was with a different audience. I don't know. I'm not sure. He's going to test the waters before he can just go as crazy as he used to be. He's going to test those waters. But now he's got a new audience. He's on a new radar of sexual predators. And that's of any age. He's now on their radar, and they may I'm sure they're going to take a liking to him, and they'll support him. And really, he's not going to have anything to worry about. He's going to have a lot of backing. So I'm done with this reading. This is how it is. He dipped off. There was a crash and burn on one level with one group of people, but from now on, he's going to be okay. Anyway, if you like this video, click the thumbs up, and you can make a donation to my Patreon account, which the link is down below, or my PayPal account. The link is also down below. And maybe I'll get my sound checked out. Thanks so much for watching.